Sorry of the poor lighting, but this is a magnificent view, right? You're sick and tired of me talking in front of me in my room. So anyway, I'd like to discuss about we're living in a very interesting time at the moment. I just got back from Colorado, just to let you know. So yeah, got a happy sign up here. You can see. Yep, sorry you can't see. But anyway, I'll get to the topic. Things that is changing at the moment. I'm in a library, so I have to speak softly. In a very interesting time. What I mean by interesting time is you got the French election, which wanted to follow what Donald Trump and Brexit going through against the globalization of mass migration and everything. It causes a lot by doing that, and as well, there's a lot going through, and I'd like to unfold what is actually going on, and with the help of my studies of helping like what's actually going on, why is it like this, and it helped me a lot when my studies to open the bigger picture, sociology, and as well place-time experience, understand different stages with agriculture, agrarian, industrial, post-industrial, and right now we're living in the post-industrial and technological. Now, all these phases are very interesting at the point of saying, like, saying to the point that why is it difficult for us to see what is going on. The welfare state was established straight after World War II, after the Great Depression, right, is to overcome poverty and getting family back to state and everything. At the same time, it causes a lot of things going on. Why the whole media is saying bad stuff like this against, with, especially in Australia, with the Sudanese, the Africans, or the Middle Eastern, the Muslims as well, and sprung up what it becomes today, where you have Brexit, Trump, and as well French, like this whole election that's happening today. Today's Sunday. First round, if you won the first round, then it's going to be a change making. I just want to have an understanding why the locals, especially voted for them. They're sick and tired of being unemployed. Mental health is on the rise. There's globalization, shifting all the jobs to a certain country does not work. Going through the stages of seeing how the old lifestyle is. Now I only can speak on behalf of Australia, because I only speak with people, older generations, right? So after World War II, we got Italians and Greeks came to Australia, and it changes the lifestyle. Of course, we got the pastas and coffee and everything, and as well, we got invited with the Vietnamese after the Vietnam War. That changes the culture, where Australia is a Sabbath day, to the point that it is celebrate, church day on Sunday. So basically the trading hours is Monday to Saturday, Saturday is half day. But with the migrants of the refugees of Vietnamese, they broke the rule, and by working hard and earning less, compete with the locals, and as well they don't believe in Sabbath day, therefore they work 7 days, and that changes the whole Australian lifestyle, working 7 days just to compete and everything. And slowly you have the Chinese after Tiananmen Square, that's my family generation, and as well you have all sorts of what it is today. Bosnians came in at the same time as the Chinese, which is the ex-Yugoslavia, and that changes a lot as well. The job is getting but those times there was a good golden times, that's what everyone says, but now you shift into a stage that jobs is getting difficult and difficult. Cost of living is going up, buying a house is impossible. Things is shifting. when up, when it's a golden era, now it's a struggle era. Everyone has no jobs. Mental health is on the rise. It's struggle. All you see is struggle. And when I was doing my place of experience course, obviously we are colonized by the British. The British, they are smart explorers. They are recognizable, very, very powerful of understanding how to navigation, industrial technology, and they're the first country of introducing post-industrial, and industrial as well, the first country ever. So therefore, now we're living in a post-industrial society, shifting all the jobs to a third world country under the UN, wanting to eliminate poverty around the world by shifting jobs to third world countries. And therefore, that's the frustration comes a bit of the French, Brexit, and Trump. What we're seeing right now is to the point that the locals are frustrated, they're fed up, they lost their dreams, the migrants comes in, and particularly right now, why they're targeting the South Sudanese or other Africans or Middle Easterns, because they took advantage, highest unemployment rate, and as well with most likely to be in generational, in multi-generational in welfare, and as well they're coming from a different era. They're coming from those that come from war-torn or corrupted, still in industrial revolution or the agriculture revolution, and suddenly come to this country post industrial revolution, technologic, it's changed them. It's difficult to shifting. Why the media is bombarded with these people is because of the extra money on the counter-terrorism, and knowing that it's hard to solve the problem where mental health or disability, there's services and there's studies to be proven and work in the healthcare profession can solve the problem, where counterterrorism is a lot of money invested to protect the citizens especially, and it's a random thing, and it's hard to get solve the problem, and it's a global problem as well, and therefore when you hear the news, rampage killing or drive-by, it's hard for the government to control it because it's a random, and therefore they're spending so much amount of money in this counter-terrorism, cyber war, whatever you name it, and nothing could improve. And these guys, they're coming from countries where war is like gunshots, is like fireworks, it's like a daily thing, and they're going through a lot of post-traumatic disorder, very, very vulnerable, and there's the reason why we're shifting to a stage that there's a lot happening right now. There's a lot of locals are fed up. When I was doing my place on experience, what the Australians preferably accept, what sort of type of people they wanted to come to Australia. Obviously, any of the countries, Anglo, and as well the EU, more preferably. But the people that they don't want to come is usually the Asians, Africans, Middle Eastern, and Jews, and Germans as well. Was the largest dominant of Jews. But what I'm trying to tell you is that in history it's been told like unpreferable of that type of people. Now live in a multicultural society where you could see that certain type of group doesn't settle well, certain type of group does settle well, but takes generations at the same time. It's difficult for some group, and some of them create more money in the society for the government to spend more money. It's the same for like counterterrorism, that knowing that it cannot solve the problem. And also, I'm not blaming just that type of certain group, but also Chinese. When Chinese people go rush, they killed all of us. And then look at Chinese now. We invested around the world, inflated their currency and the growth. It's not a problem, Chinese is not a problem. And that is the reason why we got these politicians are favourable of Trump's movement, Brexit movement, because they know they want their real rights, the old country back, lifestyle and everything. And when I mention about that, when you bring a certain group to this country and become a multiculturalism, the original culture tradition from the country they settle in, like Australia, Canada, US, the culture tradition is faded away. For example, like Melbourne Cup horse race day in the 80s or early 90s, or even before 80s, people would celebrate on that day. Every second household would have a barbie, where today everybody works, or it's not family orientated. Culture tradition is shifting. So what I'm telling you now is shifting to the point that people cannot longer sustain it. When there's no jobs, mental health is on the rise, homelessness, domestic violence, child protection, everything. It's turning very south. It's going down south, and that's the reason what is going on. It's going to be a very, very interesting time. I can't believe I'm living at this time to witness all this happening. There's not going to be a lot more. I think everyone wants to shift to what China's doing now, to slash with post-industrial and industrial society, where it's more sustainable, and that's what Trump would say. Make America great again, bring all the jobs back. So what China's doing is a very smart move. But at the same time, there's bad as well. But I think industrial is the best way to. I think keep it within the country. What's it needs is the best. But like I said, it can be anything. I may be wrong. But it's a very interesting time because all the countries out there experience the same thing. Therefore, we have a high potential chances of war, civil war, and World War III. To solve the problem where it happened in the past, for the past two huge wars, and now the third one. It's gonna be crazy with what's happening in North Korea, Russia, China, America, and Syria at the moment. Migrant wave, it's not refugee waves, it's not a way to sustain the long term. We've been seeing that in the past, and look what has it done. They took advantage of the social welfare, and making the country bankrupt. But yeah, that is the better understanding view of the view.